late 2021, we recognized that green hydrogen in Atlantic Canada could play a huge part in global decarbonization. Around the same time, the demand for innovative energy solutions grew immensely, especially in Europe. We believe that green hydrogen is one of those innovations that can provide energy security for people all around the world. EverWind wants to be supplying green hydrogen and ammonia globally. Our goal is to play our part in global decarbonization as much as we can. We acquired this facility in Nova Scotia, Canada in early 2022. It was well suited for the plans that we had, a green hydrogen and green ammonia plant powered by wind and solar with access on site to world-class marine infrastructure. This location offers us reliability with a stable jurisdiction in Canada, a large site fit for our purposes that is strategically located for transport purposes. To reach our vision, we need access to international markets, and we particularly wanted to start with the European Union. To start exporting from Eastern Canada to Europe, we had to understand our options for routes alongside aligning our product to the EU's renewable fuels of non-biological origin legislation, often abbreviated as RFNBO. This meant we had to measure the carbon life cycle emissions for both our entire production facility and our transportation network. We have a development team of over 25 people at EverWind working on this project with hundreds of engineers and advisors. That shows how seriously we're taking this. But it was clear we couldn't do it alone. We knew we needed an independent party that could help us with different calculations and studies proving our product complies. The numbers had to be clear and robust. We knew of ERM's international footprint and specific expertise on topics we were looking for. We decided to partner with them. It was really important to us that we had a business case to demonstrate that our green hydrogen solution met those strict requirements. But that meant we had to prove that our product had a 70% GHG saving versus a fossil fuels comparator.
This was a really interesting project connecting with EverWind, as these kind of initiatives are amongst some of those that can really support the low carbon energy transition. And in this case, there are a lot of different elements that we had to bring into this, and that kind of really opened us up to pulling in experts from all around the ERM Global network to support the project. So that included us bringing in specialists in the Renewable Energy Directive, and in particular understanding the RFNBO legislation and helping us break that down into the individual elements that are required to make sure that we had covered the full end-to-end value chain for EverWind. Once we'd understood what we needed to do, we then set those experts to work on building that bottom-up numerical analysis to enable us to demonstrate that EverWind had met the requirements of the legislation. That meant that we needed to look at everything, including the source of electricity, predominantly wind, but also potentially bringing in the Nova Scotian grid. We also needed to look at how they were producing and then loading the ammonia onto the ships in Nova Scotia, then the shipping across the Atlantic to Germany where it's being unloaded. And the shipping in particular is, in these kind of projects, always one of the most complex pieces. There's a lot of variables to go into this. So again, we brought in specifically one of our shipping experts to help us with that piece. And he was able to look at the kinds of ships that were going to be used, the fueling characteristics of those, the energy efficiency of those, and look at it in the different scenarios that we had as well, including the laden and the unladen voyages. And overall, it was just amazing to see how we can pull together all of these experts from around the ERM world to produce this solution that's going to help EverWind with this project as it moves forward.
The result was even better than what we hoped for, and now we have the numbers to back it up. ERM calculated and verified that the emission reductions from our green ammonia production project are over 95% compared to fossil fuels models, even including shipping. It means we now have a custom model that demonstrates we comply with RFNBO regulations. But more importantly, the emission reductions are substantial and we can export green energy further into the world, delivering our solution to reach global decarbonization as we intended.